Welcome to Curbside Curiosity. I am your showgirl friend, Marie. I interview movers and shakers, community stakeholders, and also experts in their field. She's an innovator. She creates things. That's why we're here. Terri DeBoo. Terri DeBoo, what would you like to be called? So I came up with titles for you.
Okay.
Innovation strategist.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I have to tell you something funny.
What?
I just got offered a position yesterday and accepted it with the American Red Cross. I have had Terri DeBoo Ideas at Work since 2011.
Yeah.
And I was hired 5 years ago as a contractor with the American Red Cross right before COVID. They then asked me to stick it out as they needed some additional help through the COVID.
Yeah.
And then it lasted 5.5 years. And I guess they figured I wasn't going anywhere and they still needed me. So they've offered me a full-time position, which I accepted yesterday. You're the first to know.
Congratulations.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been doing this work. I've been a contractor with them through utilizing my networking and all my connectivity in town and all the kind of things that I've been doing all these years. And they decided to create a position for me that utilizes all those skills. So if you do the work long enough and you do the work hard enough, people will find you and they will seek you out and they will hire you and they will create the job just for you. I always taught, because I would do the networking trainings, and I always taught about building relationships and getting out there and networking in person. And as Charlotte grew and some of our associations diminished, you had less and less opportunities. And of course, COVID impacted us in a great way that made us had to get creative on how we stayed connected. Funny that we're in a car today, because during COVID, I would meet people for coffee and they would back in and I would pull in and we would get ourselves a little Chick-fil-A and we'd sit and talk with one another and have breakfast together, 6 feet apart. So I continued my connectivity. Nice. I continued my relationship building all through that. And again, I was brought into the Red Cross as a client because my clients, of course, disappeared because they weren't in the office. I'm excited about this is a new opening and environment and fun things for me to do. So I'm excited about it.
Don't give her an inch, because she will take it a mile and then she'll take you on a road trip.
That's right.
And then you're going to have fun on the road trip, because when it comes to ideas, you're the one. If folks want to go to your website, what is the best one?
TerriDeBoo.com.
And we're going to spell Terri DeBoo together. It's a Terri with an I.
Terri, as in terrific. DeBoo, D as in David, E as in Edward, a capital B as in boy, O-O.
Like you get
This is like a road trip. This is fantastic. Look, y'all, she's got a cute little bag here. There's all kinds of fun stuff in it.
We picking out gifts. You are the solution getter.
Oh my gosh, you guys, positive vibes only. I am all about positive vibes.
Yes, you are.
When you are out near someone, always make sure you are positive, because people want to be around positive people. So when you're networking and building relationships, get your head out of your phones. Oh my gosh, please, dear God, don't do this. Because what you're doing is you're focusing on this instead of the people that you're supposed to be learning more about and understanding what their needs are. Because if you provide somebody's needs, they will remember you forever. It's like carrying a Tide stick at a luncheon. That man's going to spill something on his tie. That's how it works. You hand him that Tide stick and you are memorable. So carry those things.
Can you still take clients now that you have that new position?
I'm going to say right now, I'm going to focus on that position. My company is still open and still viable. And I can do things on my own. I'm not contractually opposed to it. So we'll see what happens, because I'm always here to lend a hand and I'm always here to give advice, because I've been doing that forever, even when it was free.
Remember when we used to do free gigs? People would go, "Oh, MC my event, you'll get exposure." I already kind of got it.
I don't need no more exposure.
This is advice to entrepreneurs who's starting out, and then there's some of us who've been around a minute, but we're not charging our value.
Absolutely not. You know what? Here's the thing. Don't be afraid. Construction down. We're so earnest, and we really are trying to please everyone. And that seems to be not just a youth thing, but a female thing as well. I have learned, age comes wisdom. I have learned that I have value and it will cost you. And when you are being told, especially those folks that are trying to do something that like a consultantship or something, my company, I'm a business growth advisor, and people would say, "Oh, well, wow, that is pretty high ticket." And I'm thinking, it's only going to be a couple hours work. It's only going to be, this much work. No, 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 no. You are not paying for this time. You are paying for the 40 years of knowledge that comes from what I bring to you during this time. You didn't have the 40 years to put into it. I did. So that's what you're paying for now. Yeah.
So entrepreneurs know your value.
It's funny, even with a position, a job, where you go in and you have a conversation with someone, women will apply for something that they have 90% of the skills. Men will apply for the same position with 50% of the skills because they know they will learn them. They will have a specific way of doing them from that company. Construction down. They will do something and teach you the way they want to do it anyway. And men know that. Women have a tendency to, again, be such pleasers that we are our own worst enemy. We will go into that saying, "Oh, I can't apply for that job. I'm not ready for that job because I don't know 100% of the job." You don't need 100% of the job. You just need to have the skills to be able to learn that job or be able to understand how you are going to do that job.
Got it. Say hi
There
to
we
our
go.
friends.
Say hello. Sanitation.
So Terri DeBoo, our business strategist / ideas at work. What did you pick?
I picked these cute little clips because you just never have enough of these.
I never have enough Post-it notes.
I am a creative thinker and a creative drive. That my brain works that way. I create my own. The only thing I did do is I downloaded Grammarly just to make sure that I've got my commas in the right place and my periods in the right place and that kind of thing. So I guess that is one of the first AIs, but it was just for the grammar of it all. It wasn't for the verbiage.
Sometimes
You are cracking me up. Oh my gosh, these are now going to be extinct. Penny, for your thoughts?
Yeah, you want to be a rich woman early? Like real estate in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why didn't you buy when you got here?
Oh, scary. I came in 99, so I feel like I'm a lifer. I feel like I am a Charlottean, even though I came from the Chicago area. I'm a Midwestern girl.
Where they make real weather.
Where they make real weather. Oh, they certainly do. And, that they've got that Midwestern ethic, work ethic, city of broad shoulders, yeah, exactly. Came here in 99 and had the opportunity to purchase land along Lake Norman for $25,000 and didn't buy it. What kind of crazy fool is that? So take a look at your opportunities. You never know when a good opportunity is here and you might miss it. So stop and think.
I think Gastonia is our next Charlotte.
Especially when we get some direct routes there with whether it's bus routes or the light rail. And they definitely need to redo the bridge in Wilkinson because we're not all going to fit. That's for sure.
I was like,
that's a little scary.
It's a little scary. It's like, don't go to Carowinds, just go on the bridge. What are some ways we can get out of being blocked? I don't know what happens when we sleep and we wake up and it's like, ew. It's almost like I'm not motivated. But then sometimes we wake up and we can literally lift a car off the ground. We're in the zone.
Self-talk is so important. Self-talk is so important. When you get up in the morning, first of all, sit on the side of the bed and do your stretches. It'll get the blood flowing. That goes right to your brain from a physicality thing. Then I am a music girl. I like a little music, And some of my friends that share great music with me will know Mr. Blue Sky, ELO, is the rock star way to start your day. It will get you motivated, and it is a happy song. And it has been proven that it is one of the happiest songs. And so it's one of those things that you just kind of have it on your phone and play it on your YouTube and get your day rocking. When we were young and, we'd have that problem with that boy and we'd be listening to that sad music, crying in our bedrooms, eating our ice cream, you can wallow in it or you can get up and say, yeah, it's not going to happen. We're going to rock it out. I'm generally a very positive person and very much someone who can lift you out of your doldrums because my brain goes from this is a problem, let's fix this problem right away. I am straight to it. I don't sit and go, oh no, what do I do? Who do I call? I usually have the ideas.
Problems. I love a woman who can solve problems. So,
Well, I'm a make a way, find a way, get it done kind of gal. I always have been. And I didn't realize that till, you can, when you get to a certain age, you look back and you go, wow, I was the person that just gathered information and translated it into a better way for you to learn. So I've always been a trainer. I realized that first off. I've also been the person that will get start at plan A, go to plan B. I'll get to Z before I give up. I will throw that towel in begrudgingly, but I will keep on going. I am tenacious, and I will find a way to make it work. And that's just who I am, but it's also how I teach people. Don't give up. We have plenty of different things we can do. Let's keep moving forward until we find a way to make it work.
I love it. So, what kind of wife, mother, sister, daughter, niece are you? Because I'm thinking, oh, we're going over Terry's for the holidays.
Well, I have to tell you, I do a great holiday party. I am a cook, number one. 25 years in the restaurant industry before I started my life here has really given me a plethora of recipes to be able to do and creativity to think about how I can make that work. As far as a wife, I think I'm a pretty good wife, and my husband does too. We're married 37 years, so he must like me. I have one son, and we've had a couple incidents with my son that we've had to think outside the box. At 32, he was diagnosed with a vascular necrosis to his hip, and his hip had crumbled. So we had to do a hip replacement on a 33-year-old. That was not what was on my bingo card. And then the following year, he finally started feeling himself again, feeling better, and he ended up having a heart attack. Now, at 34, you don't expect this stuff to be happening. So, yeah, I've had to jump into play and get things righted and get things doing well. And he's doing great. He's fabulous. Everything's great. Like,
Ooh.
going, please, give me a year where I don't have to have a hospital bed in my dining room. But I am a mama bear. I will take care of it. We will get it done. And I have a lot of medical background because I've taken care of my mother. I took care of my mother for 40 some years. So I feel like I have a degree, whether I've gone to medical school or not. So I'm able to handle those crises. And you just keep moving right through them. You just keep moving forward. And you don't take no for an answer. And you think outside the box. And that's just who I am innately. So it continues to be who I am as a parent, as a wife, and a friend. I'm the one that people call and go, what should I do? Well, let's think this through. What do we want from an end result? Let's figure it out.
Right.
Which, hence the Terri DeBoo ideas at work. It was, my friend Susan Yarber helped me. She said, I said, what should I do now? What's my next thing? And she said, well, this is who you are. So we should try to monetize that. So there you go. There's my company, Business Growth Advisor.
Business growth advisor. So if I know in your past, and I know you still have it in you, to help businesses when they want to immerse themselves in the Charlotte, or in the North Carolina community, because we are kind of cliquish, just a wee bit.
Smidge.
A little bit.
It's getting better, though. I think it's getting better and yet getting worse because we're growing so large that we don't have a central core of people that are the go-to folks.
Remember the go-to folks?
We had the go-to folks. We had a few folks that were running the show and really had some great ideas and got us to where we are now. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We're more spread out now. We're a little bit more discombobulated. And I think that we have to find our own way through the network and core group of people that we create. That's where relationships come in handy. Boy, oh boy, can't tell you. I hearken back to being able to make a phone call and say, who's the best at this and who's the best at that, and being able to call people that were in the know and in control. And those are the folks that helped me out in many situations. And most of it is because I created a relationship with them where I gave to them before I ever asked for anything. I go into the relationship going, what do you need? What can I do to help you? And how can I help you either grow your business or get that project completed or whatever it is? You take yourself out of the equation, put them at the forefront, and it comes back to you in spades. And I don't I don't do tit for tat. I don't say, okay, you owe me, because it's a karma thing. It's going to come out, and it'll all work out in the long haul. You will get what you need if you are a giver. So
you know who I'm not going to say despise, but I can spot a favorite banker.
Oh, these are the same people that will make a phone call to you and then say, well, I called them. They haven't called me back. You know what? Call me again. Send me that second email. Whatever it is. Why are you hash marking our friendship? Why are you hash marking our relationship? Yeah, you can't do that.
Are you getting a delivery?
No, that's actually my husband coming home.
This is the real. We're going to try to get Terry's husband to stick his head in the window.
Oh, he'll be so thrilled.
How do you stay sane in an insane world?
Well, I focus on my nucleus of friends, and I focus on my clients or my business, and I focus on what I can control, because there's what's around you, and what you can control and what you can't control. And you know what? Focusing on what you cannot control will keep you cemented in one place. You can't control that. You can only do what you can do and help others do well around you, and create a network or a group of people that you trust and you love, whether you're working with them or their workmates or their businesses, people that you like to work with, people that you want to be around, and people that want to be around you. The thing is, we try to be everything for everyone, and you really can't. So stop trying to be everything for everyone, and be the best that you can for the folks that are in your life. And let me tell you, everybody worries about the small stuff. And believe me, it's all small stuff.
Is it at the
It is all small stuff.
At the end of the day, it is small
stuff. At the end of the day, it is all small stuff. Because everything will work out. Everything will go the way it's supposed to be. Everything's going to be okay. And when you gloom and doom yourself, you're just dragging yourself down. And you go back to that self-talk. Self-talk is so important. Don't continue to wallow in strife and anger and despair, because that's where you're going to live your life. I don't want to live my life there. I want to live my life in happiness and surrounding and sunshine and funny moments, and sitting in the back seat of my friend's car, or whatever it is that we need to do.
Get over here, husband. So this is Terry's husband.
Okay, now they can.
Hi.
What's your name and what's your website?
Mark DeBoo, crowntownroofing.com.
Actually, he's a water expert.
Ooh.
So if you have a leak, he's the guy that you want to talk to.
Oh my God, you're about 3 years we met too late. All right. So your 1 hour of public talk radio is up. Girl, I'm still in radio. This is Curbside Curiosity. I'm Fran Marie, your showgirl. This is Terri DeBoo, our business strategist. She's an illusionist. She can make things happen. She's a magician.
And now, American Red Cross. Hey, listen, we are in dire need for blood right now.
For real?
Yeah, for real. Because, the Western North Carolina suffered a great deal.
Yeah.
In September, we're still short the blood units that we lost during that time. And we're trying to make up for it here in Charlotte, and up in Winston-Salem, in this region. So it's always a good time to become a blood donor.
Okay. I wish I could, girl. I don't even I can't do needles.
Oh my gosh, we hear that all the time.
Snack is not going to do it. A snack is not going to do it. Come on, Red Cross. Come on with the T-bone and the porterhouse and the...
Oh, we've got Operation Blood Drive. They serve lots of good food up there in Asheville.
For reals?
For reals.
What's the best website to go to donate blood?
redcrossblood.org.
You heard her.
It's the best way to help. I can't make it. I can't create it. We can only get it from people who love to help other people. And you may be saving your own life and someone that you love's life. And it's good for our community. Most populous donation group are aging out. And we need some of you young people to get up there. I know you're holding signs and you're upset about everything in the world, but what you need to do is one little thing, and that's give blood. And that will help somebody.
Thank you, Terri.
Oh, this was fun.
I've known you for what?
A long time. We were thinking about it the other day. I think we met early 2000s.
And someone brought me to her home for fried cheese. Thank you for joining us for Curbside Curiosity because she knows how to make fried cheese. Bye, y'all.